Right, we're back with part two. We're part two in it up. So yes, you get to basically have a night of recovery, basically. And as I said, you get brought the food required to heal yourselves up. Well, the food and water that you need, anyway.
Okay.
So
I can take all the damage off.
that is correct.
Hurrah!
And everyone else gets to basically, and you get to, all eat and drink, quite healthily, I guess would be the word. Healthily, that's a word. I've made that word up, I think. But yeah,
no, it's fine. That's a word.
So the next so basically you're all woken quite early the next day or the next morning, when this sort of the pure plant sort of starts activating, and when you come out, you can see all the zone ghouls like walking up onto the reservoir bits, and they seem to be going through some sort of well, it looks like a ritual, but yeah, they seem to be like cleaning the plates off, like cleaning the mesh off of the side that hasn't been pured, and they turning valves and moving the sludge around and other things like that. They seem to. Yeah, you're not sure what they're doing, but they seem to be doing something. What do you want to do?
Well, look over at Lenny and go. Sorry, look over at Zipper and go. What are they doing?
Not quite sure. I try to observe by looking at different ghouls, what they're trying to do, and try to decipher if there is any kind of process.
Sure, give me a comprehend roll, please.
Oh, I know I have to roll.
Mm-hmm.
Comprehend.
I
should be able to comprehend.
Can I try and assist?
Explain to me how you're going to assist.
Assist.
Yes,
Assist.
that's what I said.
So I don't know if I can do a separate, if I need to do a separate comprehend wits, or if I would just add mine to his comprehend. But leaning over, so Zippo, I've been looking around a little bit, me too, but I'm not quite understanding. So I'm trying to converse with him to try and understand what's going on. Obviously,
you've been here a couple of days in that cage, and you did see, and every morning they'd go up and do exactly the same motions that they're doing right now. So sure, I'll allow you to give him a +1.
Sorry.
That's right. He was successful. I don't know if he wants to re-roll and add one to the skill level.
Just roll 1d6.
Me, yeah.
No, Zippo.
Me. Okay.
Yeah. Do me a favour. Wait until because he did say I want to help.
Got it. Yeah, my bad.
Just roll a d6. Okay. So you get one success. So
What do I make out of that?
So with one success, it looks to you, if you look at all the signs around the place, they seem to be following
some of the instructions.
The instructions, yes. And you think that they haven't learned this through reading; they've learned this through just basically
trial and error. Or...
No, it more being handed down from previous generations.
So
that's
through
another.
Rote. Through rote.
Yeah, and that's another thing you notice. There are children here.
Oh, that's weird. Small people.
I don't know if I trust those little things.
And that's a good
Little
point. I
ones.
might need to actually, I might have to actually tell. I haven't told Ren that yet. Yeah, it's not very common.
There, in the arc, there's basically none, right?
That is correct.
There
There
are
are
no-
no. Yes,
there
yes.
are
Sorry.
no-
There
there
are
are
no
no
children in the ark.
Fair enough.
So
So really strange seeing these little creatures running around. Might
little
Stim-
ones, yeah.
Yeah, Stimpy likes them, and they seem to like Stimpy. Finding it a
Okay.
bit strange. Should we keep staying here, or should we get out and?
Well- We should probably inquire of where the flying oak thing tends to. I mean, we knew about the tower that may be one spot where we can find it. They may know other places where it dwells, and then they have an infestation of worms. Is that correct?
Yeah, we need to know more about the worms.
Yeah. And is it worms like small worms or like? What are worms? What worms are they talking about? So yeah, we should probably talk again to this Buzz guy that we talked to the day before.
Is Luttrell around? Can we see him?
He generally leads the progression, progression, whatever. The
ritual, yeah.
Yeah, he seems to lead the ritual, and it takes like a good part of the morning for them to like do this ritual. And yeah, you basically see them like, you know, he's like, oh, and our forefather said that we must scrape the muck from the paddles, and we must turn the cogs so that the pureness washes over us.
We've turned this into a proper cult. I guess we have not much choice but to wait for them until he's ready. Or do we see anyone standing around who's not part of the ritual?
The young ones don't seem to be part of the ritual. What was that?
A cat, maybe?
That was a cat.
Yeah, it was a
wasn't
cat.
Vomiting.
I asked one of the little ones. Hello, little one. What is this? What was it called? The hawk. What was it called? The
trash hawk?
The trash hawk that they spoke of. Do you know anything more about this trash hawk? Where can we find it?
Up there, mister.
Pointing towards the tower.
Yes.
All right. Anywhere else where you've seen this, or is it only up there that you see it?
It flies around.
Just flies
We've
around,
been
okay.
told to stay away from it, otherwise we'll become its lunch.
That's not good. And the worms? I heard something about worms.
Oh, we're not allowed to go near the pool.
Oh, it's in the pool. Are they only in the pool? The worms? Are they only in the pool?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you, little one. I guess, should we wait for them to finish off the ritual, or should we go out and try and kill the trash hawk? What do you guys think?
There may be something to, because when we went up this tower, I mean, the trash hawk was nowhere in sight. I mean, we saw what it did to at least two people, but maybe we should try and set a trap or something.
Yeah, if we could find a big net or something, we could lure it down to the ground and then. throw the net over it, and it'll be a lot easier to deal with it then. If we try to fight it up the tower, we might fall off. Or I might decide I don't want to climb up.
How far is the range of the what's the scrap rifle or scrappy rifle? Do you have to be up the tower to be able to shoot at something, or can you be? It sounded like you can't shoot from.
So the tower's about, I think it's about 100 and... How many feet up is it? Smokestack. 120 foot. So
It's too far.
it will be probably long to extreme range.
Okay. I was considering going out and, checking out the tower. As long as I'm within range, I can try and, shoot it down.
We need to, we need to locate it and we need to attract it to some place. Maybe if we had a net, that could be good. But the tower could be a good vantage point for people with a rifle, just in case we locate it and it happens to fly around. But if we could attract it, I don't know what with, but
Oh no.
Well, it ate one of us before.
And they didn't get better.
so there were still 2 bodies up there, so we can only assume it will come back.
Mm-hmm. So maybe we could burrow into the nest and ambush it.
Ambush it. You always have the best ideas, Lenny. I'm always amazed.
Well,
I'm not saying it's bad, actually.
I've heard worse ideas.
see,
Should we go?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess it must come back to
let's
the
head,
tower eventually.
let's head back to the tower.
Maybe I'll feel better about climbing today.
Problem is, Stimpy won't be able to come with you.
We can carry him.
I
We
can keep, you can keep watch down like at the bottom of the tower, or if I stay with Stimpy.
It's one of the ancient traditions of the Seven Sisters. Dogs must be carried.
Is that in the health and safety book?
Yes.
Okay. So you head over to the tower.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and always, heads up looking for any sign of any flying object.
You can see, well, as you approach the tower, you can see it's in there's a large bird in the nest.
Oh, okay.
How
So
big?
it's right there.
How large is it?
About human size, maybe a bit bigger. It's 120 foot away, but from your vantage point, you think it's about, probably about the size of a human.
It's a big bird.
Yeah.
it's just small or far away. I can't tell.
It's big.
Really?
How are we on weapons?
I've got my I've got my bat.
Yeah, I picked up
Yeah.
some used arrows last time, and not sure it's the ideal weapon to be using in a small tower, but
Yeah, but
Well, there isn't. If you go from where you went up there isn't much room up there to really maneuver,
Yeah.
and it'd be really easy for the hawk to basically knock you
To
to
just
your
fly
death.
off. Yeah.
I mean, obviously
Is
the
there any-
trash hawk has an advantage. It has these things on its, instead of arms, it's got these wing things.
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to give yourselves all 1 mutation point. By the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you begin the game with 1 mutation. Well, you gain 1 mutation point at the beginning of every game.
Okay. Does anything happen when you gain more than 10?
It just stops. You can't go any higher than
Okay.
10.
Fair enough.
Is there anything around the tower that we can use to set a trap? Anything obvious? Like, is there any cage or huge box or container or something that we can possibly use?
Not that you saw.
There's that cage you were in, and there's some old furniture in one of the huts.
I'm wondering
Yeah.
what entices this big old bird. If there's anything that might.
Ideally, we would want to, as Caitlin was saying, we would want to fight it on the ground and bring it to us.
We killed 3 zone ghouls yesterday. Maybe we can use one as bait.
You do notice that those bodies are no longer there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's already found them.
Yeah. Oh, the zone ghouls took them back in. Yeah.
All right.
Because
Well-
if we just go the 4 of us up there, it's gonna. We're not in a good position.
It's gonna be quite messy.
Yeah.
Especially, well, if it wouldn't be up there, depending on how much room it is. If it's not up there, then maybe you would have been able to just wait for it. But if it's already sitting there waiting for us, then it's a problem. We need to lure it down somehow. Can we see anything about like rests or anything but beneath the tower? Is it just humans, or does it seem to only feast on humans, or can you see any other kind of remains underneath the tower?
Probably not.
Oh no, the remains were up there, at the nest, basically.
Fair enough. And those were only humans, yeah?
I think we wait till it goes, then we sneak up, we hide in the nest, and then we jump it. Unless we want to use, unless we want to use Ren or Stimpy as bait.
You're not touching Stimpy.
Oh, so you're volunteering then?
I'll go up with all of you. With Stimpy as well.
Okay. If Stimpy jumps off, he's on his own.
Stimpy will stay with me. He's an obedient boy.
Okay, what? So right now, one idea is to wait at the bottom of the tower, watching for movement up there, hoping for it to leave so that we can sneak up.
You'll easily
Correct.
see when it leaves.
Okay.
Just saying, you'll know when it leaves because it's it's a very large bird. But at the moment, it doesn't. Maybe it's still too early. Maybe it's not fully, awake yet or something. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing much up there at the moment.
So we could sneak up. You're good at you sneaking, aren't you, Katin?
Maybe. Yeah, I'm
Caitlin
quite
is just
good at
not good at climbing ladders.
that. I was having a bad day. I'm sure I'll be much better at it today. Yeah, I can do being sneaky.
I can do it a bit.
I can.
I'm
Well-
reasonable at sneaking as well. So anyone with me and Kat, what kind of sneak are you good at sneaking? Zippo and Lenny?
I can sneak a
Decent.
bit.
Yeah, but it's just that I'm not sure that we can. Can we even, the four of us, stand on that platform up there? Is it large enough?
Not really. Not really.
That's the thing. It's not a huge, it's not a huge room. It's the top of the. It's a platform on top of the tower. So
How far away is the plant area where they had the ritual? How far did we have to walk to get to the tower? Is it like close by or is it?
So the tower's there,
Yeah, it's not far.
and then the rituals where they're doing it is over there.
That's 120. Yeah. It's not super
I
far.
wouldn't use the. There's no ranges set up.
yeah.
So yeah, it's
Maybe
about
we can-
200. 200. They're probably about 200 to 300 feet away from the tower.
Hmm.
Really?
We
Or
we could.
how
we could
attached are they to the tower?
That's a good point. Can we set it on fire?
Or when it leaves, we could go up and trash the nest and annoy it, and it will come and attack us.
How sturdy is the tower, James? If we look at it.
It's got some gaping holes in it.
Seems promising. One risk with that, though, is that if we have the tower tip over and smash into the water plant and destroy these people's, essentially not just
Oh, yeah.
livelihood, but the whole ritual, then that is going to set us in a heap of trouble.
Right. So we don't do that then. So we sneak up and attack, we sneak up and ambush, or we sneak up, trash the nest, and make it attack. Anybody got any better ideas or any other ideas?
Well, considering he's still up there and it seems to be pretty, nice and cozy up there, we can head back and see if we can maybe get the worm thing sorted and then come back and check out if it's still there.
So maybe if we get the worm thing sorted, we could use the worm things as bait.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Surprisingly, that makes a lot of sense.
See?
All right, should we head back?
Let's go and find these worms.
All right, so I asked some of the guys those small things, and they told me that their worms are in the pool. So in
Yes.
terms of infestation, we just need to have a look in the pool.
That is correct.
I reckon we just head straight over there and just have a look to see what we can find, and ask
Wait.
them if they're done with the ritual too.
Which pool are you going to?
Well, they said the pool. How many pools are there that we clearly can see or distinguish?
There's lots of pools of water.
Are they still done, or are they still going on with the
They
ritual?
are still going on. Yes.
Well, let's
It's
start.
like I said, it takes them a good few hours to finish the ritual.
Is there anything apparent in the pool so we can see? Can we see
Yeah.
worms wiggling
Wait,
about?
where you look, which don't, so
I would say
click-
the closest one.
So I'm gonna look at the. So there are pools of water that look, you said, smelly and dirty, and pools
Yeah.
of water that look clean.
Yep.
I'm gonna look into. I'm gonna start looking at the clean ones
Okay. What's everyone else
to see if
doing?
there's something bad in the clean water.
Okay.
which would be a problem. So I'm just, walking around, trying not to disturb their ritual, but checking what the pools look like and if I can discern anything into them.
Okay. Like I said, what is Katin doing?
I'm going to go and have a look in the pools as well.
The same pools.
Yeah, I might.
So this not all these lot, yeah.
So did you ping the map? I missed it.
Yeah, this lot.
That's the clean water.
Well, like I said, one side's clean, one side is dirty.
Okay.
So
I would
this,
say, yeah. I mean, if it will help improve any role that we're doing on the clean stuff, I think if all of us are checking together, I suggest we do that in a clean pool, because the dirty is still dirty and the clean one is probably the problem. If anything.
okay.
Yeah.
What's
I think
Lenny
it happens
doing?
in the clean pool. That's a problem.
I'm just keeping an eye out on the three of them, just in case anything comes out of the water. Just sort of like standing in readiness.
You're the big watchdog,
Okay.
and we have the little one.
So it takes you a while to look through all these vats of water. Are you mainly focusing on the clean water, or are you looking in the dirty pools as well?
Clean.
We start out with the clean.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it takes you about an hour to check all the clean water vats, and you do not find
Anything.
any
except
signs of worms.
Okay, over to the dirty water to see if we can find anything in there.
Yep.
Okay, and you're doing the same thing, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. It yet again takes you.
Go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
No, I was going to say we might as well maybe just, I don't know if we're going to interrupt the ritual or whatever, but talk to Latrell, because I'm not sure the little ones really know what the problem is. And maybe Latrell can just point us towards
Yeah.
the source of this infestation.
So
You
you're
can
going
just sit and wait for the ritual to be done, at which point he will be available. Then we'll
Okay.
obviously check with him.
Okay, by the time that the ritual's done, the trash hulk has flown off somewhere. And then not too long after they finish the ritual.
Right. We approach Latrell and ask him about, so Latrell, these worms,
Yes?
you talked about there being an infestation problem.
There
One of
is.
the little ones mentioned that it's something with the pool.
Yes.
Could you elaborate what the infestation problem is?
I will show you. And he'll take he leaves all these all these pools of water, and he walks over to this pool of water that actually looks like a pool of water. And goes, this is where the infestation is. And you can see them. You can see in the water all these like disgusting worms like shifting around each another, and they seem to be like asleep at the moment.
Okay. So how's the water looking in otherwise? Is it just muddy water, or is it?
Yes, it is. It is not very clean water. This is where it draws the water out and then distributes it. All the dirty water gets sucked from here and distributed into the clean.
The other tanks.
to be
Yeah.
cleaned. Yep.
How big are the worms?
About a metre each.
Pretty big worms. How long have you had this infestation problem?
As long as I've known there to be a as long as I've been alive.
And what problem is it causing? Since the water is purified at the end anyway.
Will they occasionally snatch children?
Oh, your little people. Okay.
Yes, children.
Right.
I thought they were hobbits.
What's
Like
the
in
Couldn't
the
see their
book.
I couldn't see their feet. I thought
No,
they
but
might be goblins.
they were oh.
You need a special sword to tell if it's goblins.
Well, my bat doesn't do that.
All right.
Wish it
Is there anything else about these worms that you meant? Like they're seemingly not doing
He's
much. You said that
you do
they
notice
take
when he
children.
when he takes you over there, he's standing quite a distance away from the pool edge.
Do they get on the land? Do they come out of the water?
Occasionally, yes.
Far out of the water?
He says, "Why do you think I'm standing here?"
Right. I'm just like they're not crawling like into. They're not land. They might come out of the water briefly, but then come back in. They jump back
They
in.
snatch. They will snatch their prey and drag them underwater, and then they devour them. Everything.
All right. Anything else about these guys that we should know? Are they active during night? Active during day? Are they?
They don't like loud noises.
Okay. Okay. I guess.
Really? Brilliant. I can shout at them.
We have to feed them food. We feed them people to keep them. You know.
Okay, I'm looking around, making sure that no one else like is approaching from like around us right now. Is Stimpy like? Is he calm?
I don't know. Is he calm? Or does he want to go play in the water?
No. He's firmly by my side. But I'm just like considering. Yeah, I'm just looking around, seeing so that there are no other ghouls like gathering up behind us or anything.
No.
I'm thinking of picking up a stick.
Yeah. So basically, he explains that they generally feed captive people who trespass to the worms to placate them.
I like
basically.
it. I like it.
Remember,
many-
you were on the menu.
Yeah. How many worms are there?
A ton.
That
More
many.
than my fingers and toes.
And it's only in this pool.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we know? Because I'm not necessarily completely aware of what's available there in the setting, but do we know of electricity?
No.
Okay.
Oh, can I know the zone to find out something about these worms?
Mm-hmm. Before you roll, though, you're at -1. So you're -1 to the skill roll. The skill dice.
Okay.
Okay, you got one success.
Adequate?
Did you want to push?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I went badly enough last time.
So a typical worm swarm consists of millions of like maggot-like creatures, but bigger.
guys. There could be millions of them in there. I can't help
Okay.
feeling the way they keep feeding them might have made things worse.
Yeah, so one bat is probably not enough.
Probably not.
I wonder if there's anything we can do to poison them.
Yeah, and then poison the source of water.
Yeah, it's like just poison or starve them. Can we cover up this pool of water? Only allow for water to come running in, like put a, I don't know, some kind of a something that stops them from coming up. I asked Betrell, so have you guys, what have you done before to try and stop the worms, or have you only fed them?
We only feed them to stop them from snatching passerbys.
Have you ever tried to cover up the water?
With what?
No, just checking if there's anything that you've tried to
No,
use to
we're
cover
not
up
allowed.
the
That's
thing.
against. No, that's against our religion. The water must flow.
Water must flow.
You see, he's like his head actually hurts from even
okay,
condescending.
Okay. Do you guys think of anything else that we can ask this lovely fella? So I'm thinking if we want to maybe contemplate what we should be doing.
I just want to shout at. I just want to shout at them.
And what? And see what happens?
Yes. What?
No, I'm just thinking, and I understand it can sound foreign to you, but I'm just thinking if there's a way to.
What are you saying?
Huh?
I had thoughts, and we thought our way here, and not up there.
So Stimpy at this point realizes that there are living beings inside this pool and starts to bark quite loudly.
Okay, how close is he to the water's edge?
I take a step back.
He's still right by my side, and we're still pretty far away from the pool, but he can see that there's something there, and he starts to bark at it.
Okay.
I'm going to back off a bit.
Okay, you suddenly start seeing the worms start turning more.
Quiet, Snippy. All right, calm down.
Okay. Can you all...
No need to... Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to be doing some initiative rolls from all of you. So, we've got... I've been advised a new way of doing initiative, and this is by... This is by Guy's suggestion. So, what you need to do is it either needs to be a scout roll or a comprehend roll. If you get any successes, you act before the creatures. If you get any fail, and if you fail, you act after the creatures. No, it's scout. It's scout and sense emotion. Sorry, it's either scout or sense emotion, and it's obviously your call on what it is.
We can pick either one, right?
I believe so. It is more situation based, but right now, I'll allow you to pick the highest of the two.
Okay. So scout and just roll, yeah?
Yep. No.
Okay.
No. Use the macro.
Scout.
Have you
I'm
found the
able to
macro?
I can click the scout, but it doesn't.
Now click the macro at the bottom of your screen with your name.
Can you show on the stream maybe?
So, have you got Rent Dog Handler macro ticked? So at the beginning of the
I do
game,
not.
So right, so where it's got the three dots and the three lines up the top, where it's where it says
Yeah, the in bar and in bar. Yeah.
right. Have you got Ren dog handler in bar? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right at the bottom, I believe it's at the bottom. Yes, it's at the bottom.
On the
There should-
left-hand side at the bottom,
Yeah.
you'll see the X card, and then you'll see
Okay.
red dog handler.
Yeah, Ren dog handler and then skill dice input
Yep.
value.
Yep. So whatever your scout is.
Okay. And it's a total I'm looking for, right?
No, you're just putting in the skill dice. So how many
Okay.
skill
Yeah.
dice you got in scout?
Okay. And then base. Okay.
Is the attribute. So whatever
Yeah.
attribute dice that is.
And gear
If
0.
you've got any gear which you haven't got.
And it's agility. No?
If you drop
Scout
down
is
you
wits. Yeah.
Out. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
There you go. No worries.
I probably want to. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's
you
fine.
can't push these rolls. Okay, so they're not pushable. So it's just literally one roll and that's it. So I'm gonna do. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna grab the initiative order. I'm gonna grab all your character names and add it to the initiative. Oh, bugger. Should I use a bit of paper? I'll tell you what. Let's go to break, and then we'll come back from break, and we'll start this combat. So, don't touch that dial. We'll be back shortly.